Witajcie moi drodzy, ja jestem Mordziaty, a to kolejny materiał z serii Przysiądźmy do Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Udało się uwolnić z lochów, uratowaliśmy Bogutę, Ziszkę. Niestety pan Ptaszek pojechał z Bergowem do Kuttenberga, tam gdzie właśnie my też jesteśmy. Dotarliśmy do drugiej lokacji w tej grze. Mam mapę odkrytą tylko dlatego, iż mam taką jedną umiejętność, zaraz wam ją pokażę. Wiedza. Obieży świat. Po prostu odkrywa całą mapę. Bardzo przydatne. Nie muszę już chodzić na ślepo. Sprawdźmy sobie mapkę, jak wygląda. Patrzcie. Jeszcze trochę oddalę. Mamy tutaj punkty szybkiej podróży. Oczywiście muszę je najpierw odblokować, czyli muszę tam dotrzeć. Tu widzę już jakieś zadanie, tu kolejne zadanie, no i Kuttenberg, tam gdzie chcemy iść. Sporo zadań. Więc moi drodzy, po dzisiejszym odcinku rozpoczniemy sobie sezon na misje poboczne, bo będzie ich dużo, a misje poboczne są naprawdę fajne. Tak więc nie przedłużam, chodźmy, zrobimy tą misję do końca. Chyba dobrze idę. O, tutaj kolega pijany. Musimy iść do Ziszki. O, Katarzyna. No, porozmawiajmy sobie.
The worth Henry of Skalitz. I'm just holding a discussion with the captain here about his desolate fortress.
That's not how I'd put it. In the end, as mine grows, what do you say?
Oj, kurde, przewinąłem, przepraszam.
Am I right?
Nie no, nie będę chamski.
I have to admit, the soldiers here look pretty fearsome. I wouldn't want to come up against them in battle.
I get the feeling you'd run instead of facing them, though.
Oj, dziewczyno, chyba zwariowałaś.
Nobody with any sense would take on my men.
Now look here, I was just being polite. I'd happily take on your men.
Ach ja?
Do you fancy yourself a knight?
Come, Junge. We'll stuff your clothes with straw, so you don't come to any harm, and let you have a go against one of ours.
Bardzo proszę.
Come here. The first to bleed loses.
Wow.
Watch and learn.
Tak to się robi. Już? Jeszcze jakiś miecz chyba dostałem.
Excellent, Henry.
Ale mnie przebrali.
Gut gemacht. You have my admiration. You really are good with the sword. I hope my idiots learned a thing or two from you.
You should receive some kind of reward for that feat.
And what rewards would you have?
No właśnie.
I was rearranging our saddlebags, and I remembered I took a small memento from Oski.
Oh. What is it?
A hunting crossbow. I even think it's...
O proszę, kusza myśliwska bergowa.
I was meaning to sell it, but it might serve you better.
My word. Thank you. Oh, I better go and find Zizka. The Margrave is expecting us.
I saw Zizka next to the stables. There was some girl hanging around.
O, Ziszka już się bawi?
Want to come with us to see?
Był taki obolały.
Not really. I'll go and pack my things instead. I have a feeling we'll have to leave soon.
Why?
A woman's intuition.
Dobra, sprawdźmy sobie tą kuszę. Wow, 1500 prawie jest warta. Tutaj jest ten... Jezus. Petrynał się to chyba nazywało. Prototyp pistoletu. Tak, petrynał. No fajna ta kusza. Ale w sumie nie mam a nie. Strzała, zwykłe strzały. Aha. To mi niepotrzebne na razie, bo nie mam bełtów. Dobra, chodźmy do Ziszki. Przy stajni powiedziała.
How was your trip? The journey itself was great.
O,
No delays, nice weather.
to jest stajnia?
It's like a letter from a fancy book.
Nothing but
this.
and ruffians, eh?
Umyjmy się jeszcze, bo zaraz idziemy do Jobsta.
Wow.
Musimy jakoś wyglądać w miarę.
And were you...
How are things, Captain?
What do you think? I've seen better days. And you, youngster?
Dobrze.
Me? Well, considering what we've been through, surprisingly good.
Just wait until you've been through as much as I have.
Oj, Ziszka, jesteś silny.
Don't say that. You still have your strength. A real man of iron.
A damned rusty one, I'd say. But enough chat. I see Jobst has returned to the fortress.
That's why I'm here. They're expecting us. I wanted to take Catherine along too, but she said she'd rather get the horses ready.
She's doing the right thing. And you better run ahead and greet the Margrave. I'll join you shortly.
Oho.
You want me to go on my own? But he's the Margrave.
So what? You already know him better than I do. You met him in Ratai. I only know what I've heard about him.
Well, all right, but he sent for us both. How's it going to look?
A bit odd, I suppose. But you must understand, I'm doing this for our benefit. The less time I spend with a Margrave in one room, the better.
All right, then. What about that dry devil of yours? Did you find out where he went?
No, nobody asked him where he was going, but it seems they're hoping it's as far away as possible. I'm not surprised. If I know him, he wasn't the ideal guest.
At least Jobst might know where he is.
He might. To be honest, that's the only reason for talking to him.
I'll be going then.
A właśnie, może jakoś się przebiorę. Bo w sumie jestem w tej zbroi. Aha, zdjęli mi ciuchy. Dobra, na szybko się ubiorę, moi drodzy. Dobra, jakoś to je wygląda. Chodźmy teraz do tego Jobsta. Zobaczymy, co ma do powiedzenia.
Henry! Where's Captain Zizka?
He got held up.
I received a report that von Bergov's banner is flying in the camp of my dear cousin Sigismund, so I assume the negotiations at Trotsky didn't go too smoothly.
No, sir. I don't have good news for you, I'm afraid.
Well, good or bad, I'm sure you have plenty to report. So what happened with von Bergov at Trotsky?
Oszukał nas.
Bergov had no interest in our message. By the time we finally arrived at Trotsky, he'd already long since made a deal with Sigismund. But of course he didn't tell Sir Hans and me anything. And on top of that, he used us to do his dirty work. Everything went to hell in the end, and we ended up in a dungeon. Or at least I did. They took Lord Capon away. In fact, that's why we're here. We were following von Bergov's trail.
So I've heard. But I'd be interested to know the details. It's been some time since our meeting in Ratai, and now you appear here by the side of a quite unexpected guest.
Well, it wasn't the best circumstances to meet Zizka in. They sent him to the Trotsky region to cause problems, and our paths happened to cross. We crossed swords. I can only thank God we didn't kill each other.
And who was giving Zizka orders? Do you know?
No wiem, ale nie powiem.
I have no idea, sir.
That's a pity.
Ziszka jest w
I
porządku.
would be very keen to know. Enough about Zizka. I also heard something about a pillory and poaching. What the hell did you and Sir Hans get up to?
Dobra, weźmy to pierwsze.
Things went wrong right from the beginning. We were ambushed, and we lost the letter. Lord Capon and I were lucky to get out of it alive. But no one at Trotsky believed that we were messengers.
Von Berghoff refused to aid a nobleman in need. That seems pretty low for a man of his stature.
Well, to be honest, Lord Capon didn't really look much like a nobleman. We were ambushed while bathing in a pond, and then we fled through the woods. So we really looked like a pair of beggars.
Ah, that must have been a peculiar feeling for Lord Capon.
You can't even imagine it, Your Grace.
I certainly cannot, in truth. In any case, are you sure there's nothing else you want to tell me?
No powiedzmy.
You should probably know that Istvan Toth was working for von Berghoff.
Who's he?
A, on go nie zna.
Cronies. He was causing havoc around Ratai.
Ah, yes. Hanush and Radzig mentioned some such person. They even foolishly let him go.
They had to. They gave him their word.
Yes. Well, it's actually quite heartening that some people still have such naive ideas about the world.
Well, no one let him go this time. He's dead.
Very good. From what I've heard, he was a bandit and a cutthroat. There should be no dealings with his ilk. And do you want to tell me anything else? Besides about Toth?
That's all that happened, sir.
Truly. My court messenger and bearer of tidings, both good and bad, John of Liechtenstein, has mysteriously gone silent. So every piece of information I get now is precious.
Kurde, coś Boguta mówił o tym gościu z Liechtensteinu.
You said you were in von Berghoff's dungeon. And I can imagine how they treated you there. Tell me, did you reveal anything?
Ja w sumie nie.
Well,
No dobra, powiedzmy to, bo tamtego bym nie wygrał.
von Berghoff did get certain information.
What information?
About Liechtenstein. That he's in Kuttenberg. And what he's doing there. I'm really sorry, sir, but... Well, they tortured us.
That is truly unfortunate. But you've nothing to be ashamed of. I think it's too much to expect anyone to hold their tongue under torture.
But Lord Liechtenstein... What if they killed him because of us?
John went straight into the lion's den. He knew the risks. Thank you for the news. You're free to go if you want. But I would be glad if you stayed at the fortress. As soon as it's possible, you can join a legation heading for Rattay. I'm sure you already want to go home.
No nie za bardzo.
Sir, that's a generous offer, and I appreciate it. But it's not what I want.
If you wish to stay and help here, I'll be glad, of course. I need someone to escort my envoys, and you've proven yourself more than capable.
It's Lord Capon, Your Grace. I came to find out where he is, and rescue him.
A noble thought. But you mustn't worry about Lord Capon. I'm sure von Berghoff has him trapped in a gilded cage.
But I made a promise, sir.
I understand, but honestly, Lord Capon is now safer than you or I. The most sensible course now is to wait for the ransom demand.
No dobra. Jest i Zizka.
Margrave.
Ah, Captain Zizka. Henry and I were just discussing Lord Capon.
Yeah, the Margrave thinks he's in no danger, and we should wait for a ransom demand.
As one does.
I wanted to talk to you about something else. I suppose you're wondering why your friend Hinnick, also known as the Dried Devil, isn't here?
Oh, there's plenty of gossip going on around the fortress. You and Pisek refused to grant him asylum.
Asylum is for those in distress, Captain. Hynek came to burn and pillage. I have quite different plans.
And what might those be, Margrave? Sitting and talking while King Wenceslas rots in a dungeon. What would I expect? Not so long ago, you were conspiring with Sigismund against Prokop, your own brother.
It would be futile trying to explain to you the intricacies of the Luxembourg's dynastic politics. Let me just explain that that was what was called for in the situation. But I assure you that I am now acting in the best interests of this country and of King Wenceslas.
You're acting first and foremost in your own interests. Everyone knows that.
Strong words coming from a man who earns his bread by killing merchants on the road.
Uuu.
No offense intended. I applaud your art. The pen is mightier than the sword, but there are times when it's vice versa. Enter!
All ready to leave now, sir?
Good. It's high time. I expect the captain was about to leave anyway. Are you not?
With pleasure.
And you, Henry?
Me?
Idziemy z Ziszką, tak?
Sir, I made a promise.
Dobrze.
I understand. I won't attempt to keep you here by force. But bear in mind, I have concluded a very fragile truce with Sigismund, which gives us time to get ready. And if anyone should disrupt my plans with headstrong acts of violence, there will be consequences. Grave consequences. I consider this matter closed. Farewell and good luck.
No i dobra, pogadaliśmy. I wyruszamy gdzieś.
I get the feeling Jobst didn't make a great impression on you. Are we leaving?
Yeah. And Henry's going with us.
Wait, you'll help me find Capon?
Sure. But we'll need people for that. And information. Catherine, I've got a job for you.
Yes?
Go to Kuttenberg. Find out what happened to Liechtenstein. If anyone knows what's going on in this godforsaken country, it'll be him. In the meantime, we'll go and find Dry Devil and his band.
Good luck. I'd go all the way to Rome to spy if it kept me away from the devil.
Let's go!
Aż chcę poznać tego Czarta. Czemu na przykład ona go tak nie lubi? Może on ją podrywał i po prostu ona nie jest zainteresowana jego flirtem. To wie. Ale interesuje mnie ten Czart. O!
Unless he's too drunk.
What is your plan, anyway? Go from village to village, hamlet to hamlet, until we find him?
That won't be necessary. We just have to visit places where you can get booze.
So all the taverns and dens in the region?
If it comes to that.
I'm up for that.
Don't get your hot.
Aye. The sooner we get there, the better.
Gdzie idziemy? Obóz... O, przy Kuttenberg... A, minęliśmy Kuttenberg. Aj, szkoda. Ej, jak daleko. Czarcia Nora. No, brzmi jak miejsce, w którym on siedzi. Co? Co mówiłeś? Awantura. Dobrze. Też się będziemy bić?
I warned you, you had it coming, you drunk.
Będzie walka.
I didn't see it. Does feel better when I've had a drink. It's a gift from God.
Either you pay us back our coin, or you can leave your head with us.
You wouldn't get a groschen for an alternative, mine.
You're right about that.
I'd have a use for that turnip. But I can only pay for it with iron.
Nie może to jest czart.
Shiska?
You turn on your heel and get going. If you value your life. You might have noticed there's more of us than you.
That can be fixed.
No dobra, czyli mamy walkę. Fajnie. Każdy ma po jednym. Ach ty. I dziękuję.
Are you waiting for me to die of old age, coward? Do I have to pull you out of trouble again? I see you're still a drunkard.
It's good to see you too, Shishka. What happened to...
That doesn't matter now.
Huh? Who's that? Where's your old band?
You're looking at all that's left of it.
I see we have a lot to talk about.
That we do. Anyway, this is Henry. Henry, this is Kubienka.
Hiya, lad. And thanks for the help. You're handy with a sword.
Thanks.
Not that I couldn't handle them myself.
He would be one of the best archers north of the Alps. If he wasn't drunk or with one arm in the stocks all the time.
Shouldn't we leave before someone notices the corpses?
Easy, lad. This was the devil's den. If we behave ourselves, the innkeeper will just charge us a cleaning fee, and that will be that.
There will be plenty of time to get acquainted with the local customs. We're looking for the devil. Where is he?
Well, when I said we have a lot to talk about, now is the time. This is the innkeeper, Dreadlight.
Gentlemen, I won't have this. You're murdering my guests and making a mess.
They started it.
They've been drinking on credit for half a day. Who's going to pay for this now?
If you search their pockets and sell their weapons, that should cover it. And I have a feeling Kubienka here owed them some dice winnings.
I didn't cheat.
Pay him.
All right, then. What did I do to deserve you? Here you go.
Ah, I see you are a nobleman and a generous one at that.
Ta, na pewno.
You didn't have to, but thank you. I'm much obliged. You don't need to worry about anything. We'll clear away the corpses, pour some sand on the blood, and no one will know what happened here.
That's nice of you. But leave us alone now.
Nobody will be looking for them anyway. Only the catchpoles would be interested in them. You might even get a reward.
Did you hear Lord Chishka?
Yes, I did. Of course. I'm leaving. Just call if you need anything.
Who's this devil fella of yours, anyway?
He's an angry, dangerous murderer. Someone you want on your side, but never against you.
And a treacherous old fox, too. One time, he was besieging a castle, and when they refused to surrender, he dressed up as a begging hag. They let him in, and he slit their...
No proszę, imponujące.
I still regret not being there to see that.
I was there. In fact, he kidnapped that hag's grandsons and told her he'd cripple them unless she let him in the castle. She opened the gate.
Aha, czyli nie przebierał się za zebraczkę.
Well, I could better the way devil tells it.
Can he be trusted? He looks like he'd be happy to rat us out the first chance he gets.
Treadlight? Well, I don't think so. They'd arrest him as well as if he went to snitch on us. If you keep paying him, he'll serve you.
If you say so. So, what's up with the devil? I need to talk to him.
That won't be easy. He got locked up.
Kurde, będzie trzeba go uwolnić.
They captured the devil, and you're just saying it like it's nothing.
Do you know where they're keeping him?
Why? The town guard took him. So he's probably in the town jail?
Fuck. There's no way we're getting him out of there.
My words. Otherwise, we would have gotten him away from those fuckers a long time ago. Not even a mouse can get him there. We can't pull off some...
Who captured him?
How should I know? Some armed bastards?
Shit, Kubianka, you must know who came after you and why.
Well, he botched this job in Kuttenberg. It was supposed to be a breeze, but the fuckers outnumbered us 3-1. Before we could react, they knocked the devil down and pounded on him like a deaf man on a door.
Komar. Komar to jest ten Polak, co pokazywali twórcy.
Pisses me off that we had.
Uwolnimy Komara z... od powieszenia, no.
Since he was captured.
I've been sitting here drinking ever since it happened. So, maybe a week, maybe even a month. More like a month.
A month? They haven't hanged him yet.
That's the thing. The devil's famous. Lots of people want him dead. But they won't give him the news or the yaks. They want to send his soul to the Lord in a much worse way. The devil is a proper bastard. But not...
What are they planning to do with him?
The devil's got a fat price on his head. He's the most feared robber baron. There are several empty tents in Sigismund's camp, thanks to him. They really want to relish his death. They'll take him to their camp outside of town for that.
Who told you that?
When someone owes you a dice wager, they'll spill him what they don't. They say the people of Kuttenberg can't wait to see him gone.
If they're going to move him, that could be our chance. We'll wait for them and free the devil.
He will be watched by a dozen armed guards. We're only 3. So unless you have 10 men up your...
I thought the devil would have at least 10 men. But other than that, it makes sense.
I was going to hire some muscle for help here, but I got thirsty.
More like I know you. But maybe we'll find someone around here. Everybody will listen if we mention. Can you think of anything else that might come in handy?
Well, how about some hand cannons?
Mam jeden.
Got some?
Well, not on me. But maybe there are some in all.
Maybe?
Maybe. Surely. If I can remember where we hit them. And as luck would have it, they're not far from the road.
What place is that?
This narrow gully with a nice curve that backs for something nasty to happen. West of here. You can't...
Looks like there's still some sense left in your noggin despite the booze.
And what about me?
You'll go with Kubianka to get the hand cannons. He may be... surely.
Great! At least I won't have to carry them.
Don't dilly-dally. And when you have them, meet me at the ambush spot. Keep an eye on him. And don't let him talk your ear off.
No dobra, czyli to jeszcze nie koniec tej misji. Moi drodzy, tutaj zakończę ten odcinek. No, w następnym będziemy dalej kontynuować. Myślałem, że pójdziemy, znajdziemy tego Czarta i będziemy mieli wolną rękę i pozwiedzamy sobie troszeczkę ten Kuttenberg, ale niestety jeszcze nie. Tak więc do zobaczenia w następnym odcinku. Na razie, cześć.